After Samuel Adams and the Loyal Nine, the Sons of Liberty took action against the Stamp Act to other colonies. Resistance to the Stamp Act began quickly in New London and Norwich, Connecticut. Resolutions urging resistance were passed at the Providence Town Meeting. Weeks later, massive crowns in Newport hung an effigy of the stamp distributor for Rhode Island. Augustus Johnson soon resigned. The hated custom collector John Robinson ordered the arrest of opposition leader Samuel Crandall, but the sheriff refused to take action. Instead, he returned the warrant, saying it was impossible to carry out safely in the current climate. Sons of Liberty groups formed in New York, South Carolina, Maryland, and elsewhere, and direct resistance continued to spread throughout the colonies. As Murray Rothbard noted in his History of the Colonial Period, Conceived in Liberty, in order to nullify the Stamp Act, the first essential act was to put the stamp masters out of commission. This was a revolutionary act that the assemblies could hardly have done openly. And by November 1765, the stamp distributors and stamped paper had been put out of action by the direct revolutionary mass action of the people. But as John Dickinson would recommend less than 2 years later, colonial assemblies also had an important role to play, backing up the people. As most people believed Virginia had done, Rhode Island passed a resolution with a call for mass disobedience. Other colonies passed resolutions opposing the Stamp Act and calling for repeal. And 27 delegates from 9 colonies formed the Stamp Act Congress, which issued a statement of principles against the Stamp Act and a formal petition to the Crown to repeal it. Other than Virginia, which was prevented from doing so by its governor, every colony approved the actions of the Congress. Once the Stamp Act went into effect, there was widespread disobedience by individuals and merchants. Even some government officials defied the act. For example, Peter Randolph, the Surveyor General of Virginia, advised all customs collectors to clear all arriving ships, even if they didn't have stamped paper. In court, a young John Adams argued that the Stamp Act was utterly void because it violated rights. He went on to say that when Parliament errs, it need not be obeyed. In the end, this combination of official declarations, mass disobedience, local resolutions, support from merchants, and non-enforcement by sheriffs and other local officials created a climate where the Stamp Act was unenforceable. Parliament ended up repealing it even though they didn't want to. This is what Rothbard called the People's Nullification of the Stamp Act. Next, we'll fast forward to see how this kind of strategy has played out in modern times.